the blue Zerg player. From Team Acer, it is Nerchio. Up against this man in the top position as the red Zerg player from Team Samsung Khan, it is Solar. And Solar managed to tie the series up 1-1 after that last game, holding off the mass Zergling all-in of Nerchio, and then just countering with an ungodly number of roaches. Nerchio tried to make the switch into roaches himself, but no luck there. And Solar's just going to do his extractor tricky thingamajog-do, while Nerchio just kind of plays normal. I guess Nerchio could go for a 15 pool again. I would honestly be surprised, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? But let's see what happens. Nerchio is just continuing to happily drone away. Yeah, he's already starting to save up that money. Yeah, it's just going to be another 15 pool. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That drone is poised, and there's the hatch. There's the spawning pool, and the hatchery will be built by Solar. So there's the hatchery there, about to be built. Okay, so there's the hatchery, and does Nerchio take the fast gas again as well? That's what I want to know. Or is he gonna play gasless? Just defensive pool first. That's what it looks like now. Unless you went double spawning pool, which would be crazy, but pool into hatchery makes a lot of sense. Very, very normal, standard way to open up for Zerg. Just being a bit more conservative, and he can still take a pretty early gas. Just comes down to how much he wants to invest into the tech early on. There is the extractor now being taken. So Solar will come in and he'll see the spawning pool timing. He doesn't see the gas quite yet. The queen is on the way, but he will have time to check that gas. So now he sees the extractor coming in, and he can kind of say to himself, well, this is what I really have to worry about, as Nerchio's Overlord comes in and just gets a little bit of scouting of his own. By that I mean just kind of scouting out the other Overlord. You never know how these things mate. But the scouting lings are on the way for Nerchio. He just wants to see what's going on over at Solar's base, who has checked its natural for a cannon rush with these two early drones. That's how scary this cannon rush on this map is so scary. You check for it in ZVZ. But Nerchio's lings will come up here, and he can still confirm that there's another gasless build from Solar. There's still no gas. Solar just does not seem to like opening gas in ZVZ, which is a really ballsy way to play, because you can have a lot of difficulty holding off mass ling type strategies or Zergling Baneling attacks. But I guess to each their own, as Solar continues to shove Nerchio's lings back. And let's see where Nerchio goes with this, because he's got the Zergling speed coming in. He's still mining 3 on gas, so I almost feel like he has to build a Baneling nest, and there it is. I kind of want to see Nerchio go all in, just because he hasn't. Or at least all of Nerchio's attacks have been much later in the game. He hasn't actually committed to anything in the early game. And that could be one of the ways to just, I guess, take advantage of Solar. Solar will build a Spine Crawler, but that's kind of naturally a part of his build. It seems that Solar just gets this. He's gotten it every game, regardless of what Nerchio's doing. And there we go, 10 Zerglings on the production tab. This is that trigger we were looking for, that sign that he does want to turn it up quite a bit. He's got the larva sitting here, 18 lings in the production tab, queen throwing the injects. And how does Solar hold this? That's the real question, because this Overlord should see any lings leaving. It's set here to watch over everything. But let's see what he can do. The Zerglings begin to move out, and this is it. He's got Banelings morphed in already outside of the natural. Evolution chambers are being built. Looks like Solar wants to just wall this off with the queens as well. Can he break through? That is the money question. Now Roach Warren is under production. One queen is going to get sniped. He's trying to add additional evolution chambers to continue to wall off here. He's pulling the drones to help hold this. The queens have been picked off. He's getting the Zerglings on top of the Spine Crawler. Detonates a few of the Banelings, actually both of them, and he does not break his opponent. Nerchio continuing to spill Zerglings out over towards his opponent's side of the field. He's going to need to make a few more Banelings, I feel. He killed off not really too many drones. He's only killed off 3 so far this entire game, which is not really the most cataclysmic amount. More banelings means he can potentially kill this spine crawler off. He absolutely must. I love this evolution chamber wall, though. Just trying to buy himself as much time as possible. Let the queen get to work on the zerglings. If he can get out a good number of roaches, he might be able to hold this. But Nerchio manages to break through. The banelings kicking off against the zerglings. And he's just going to run straight into the main. The drone draft being forced to be pulled away into the natural expansion. He's taking a significant number of drone losses. There's a nice transfuse in the spine crawler. But the main hatchery is under fire. And Nerchio, I think he's just going to be really sitting pretty and just try to take that out. Now, a couple of roaches are coming out. He will do his best to save this hatchery. Solar's bringing everything. The drones are getting on top of these things as well, but the main hatchery is picked off. Cancels a roach. Why? Nerchio's building a roach warren back at home. Main hatchery trying to rebuild it. The zerglings get on top of it, but it will not be canceled. He will be able to finish this hatchery, or at the very least, continue building it. And Solar, what exactly is he going to do? Just go for the roach counterattack. His lair is on the way. Nerchio doesn't have too much to defend against this with. He does have a worker lead, but he's actually got 24 speedlings on the way. He's just going to use his still ahead economy to try to smash this down. And I really like this because +1 attack isn't done for Solar. He built the evolution chambers and never got upgrades, which means that Nerchio, with his zerglings, he's not going to get two-shotted by the roaches either. He can just move in with this huge swell, potentially try to end it. I don't know how I feel about ending the game here, but taking the third base and starting a lair is very smart because he can force Solar to step back, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Getting on top of at least one or two of these roaches is very nice. Any units he can kill for free. In fact, he's just going to run right into the main base. He might try to focus this hatchery down or at least go for some more drone kills, and that's exactly what it's going to be. This hatchery is taking more damage. If he doesn't kill this, though, I don't think this was worth it at all. But yeah, he's gonna kill it. It's gonna be forced to be canceled. Very nice. Nerchio essentially holding Solar to one base, and this is a very weird one base because it's his natural. But Nerchio somehow is using pure ling to snipe away, and you look, he's trying to go for drones in the natural as well. No luck. Oh, he actually gets one drone. Wow, yeah, barely luck. But the lair is finishing for Nerchio. He's had 2 bases mining for about 2 eons now, almost 1 eternity. And roach speed is starting for both players. It's ever so slightly ahead for Solar, but that's not going to make too much of a difference considering how close Nerchio's is. Nerchio's starting that +2 attack for his roaches. And Solar does not have any upgrades, so this could get kinky really quickly as far as how these armies are going to trade against each other. Overseer runs into the main base. Can use a changeling to scout a little bit, but there's the third, and I like this, using the overlords to drop creep to bring the spine crawlers out faster. It might be Solar's ticket to holding on to this third base if he can get the spine crawlers up. Those with the roaches should be more than enough to hold off this aggression, especially since he did leave one of these spines back home. Nerchio can't break this just yet. I don't think Nerchio can break him. Nerchio does have a huge supply lead, but with the spine crawler and transfuses and defender's advantage, Solar just needs good control. Nerchio starting to mine again in that third base, but the mining has once again started in the main base for Solar. And Nerchio just pressing in, picks off the spine crawler, and he's just going after Solar. I think he might be able to break Solar here. He does have the potential with the spine crawler being destroyed. He's trying to bring the spine crawlers back over from the third, but there's no creep spread, so they move very slowly. And that's it. The roach is being killed. GG. Nerchio is going to go to the winner's match for a rematch versus Oz.